call. But so just as a reminder, to work on something this week. So however today's call goes, if you hear something that you want to try or inspires you, or you have something that inspires a different thought that has nothing to do with today's call, but would like to implement it, please write that down and then go to our Facebook page, our Team Mastermind Facebook page, write it down so that everybody can see it. And I meant to do this, but I think my day kind of got away from me. But I will follow up with you on how things have gone for the week, because I do want to know. I do want that accountability factor. And I mean, the whole point of these mastermind groups is to make us better. If we just show up and listen and go back to our daily stuff, then we don't need to be having these calls. But we have these calls to make us better, to stretch us, and to try new things. And so I want that to be kind of the focus. So Chrissy has gratefully stepped in. Sarah Spizak had a last second thing come up. She messaged me, and Chrissy has been an all-star stepping up to the plate, and will be talking to us a little bit about her systems that she does with her team. I think this will be an excellent call. Just a few reminders. Tonight at 3 a.m. Pacific time, which is at 6 a.m. You guys is your time. The Surge is going to happen. Carl's going to go on the Surge, about a 25-minute live thing on his page that he'll be, and the reason he's doing this so early is because he wants this to be on everybody's page when you wake up. And so when you see it, share it, post on it, tag people, get it out there as far as you can make it go. I think June is going to be a killer month because autumn's back up with the so it's 6 a.m. your time tomorrow, Thursday. Yeah, so 3 a.m. Pacific time, 6 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. So the 21-day fix and the 21-day fix extreme are the challenge pack promotions this month. I feel like it's going to be a good month because of that. A lot of different promotions going on. The TBV 401 is where I'm going to get all my information, but it's going to be an awesome month. So I feel like I've taken too much time of your time here. Chrissy, we'll turn the time over to you. Once again, let's make this a discussion. Let's make this a conversation. Everybody participating in this, please do so by chiming in, asking questions, giving opinions, and we'll turn the time over to you.
Thanks, guys. I think this is going to be like a really good discussion. I'll do some screen sharing just to show you some things that I have set up, and then I'd love for you guys to jump in and share your best systems and how you best work. And I think this kind of will bring up some of the conversation that was just happening about, how much to give to your team and how much to spend time on them after you put your systems in place. So one of the things that, when I first talked to Kevin a few weeks ago, I showed him some of the systems that I have in place for my team. Growing up in a no upline situation, I felt like it was really important for me to, I felt like it was really important for me to get systems put in place for my own team so that they would have a chance to be successful, whether I was literally there or not. And I wanted them to be able to, take it and run with it and create their own successful teams as they grow. So, of course, some of the simple systems that I have in place, just like I'm sure the rest of you do, or our team page, I actually recently deleted my entire team page and cleaned the whole thing out, re-added all new coaches and all the existing coaches that were still actively working the business. And I now have my assistant cleaning out my team page every 30 days because, as you guys can see, through your own team page, everything gets lost, and even the file section becomes like a massive dump pit. And so I pretty much have a rule on my team page now. Only the very most important files are on our team page, and everything else goes on our team Google Drive. And if I see something on the team page I don't want there, I delete it, because I want the team page to be active and I want it to be effective. And without me doing that, it was becoming a dumping ground. And it was also, I was losing questions. So if people didn't tag me and they were asking questions and they wanted an answer, they weren't getting an answer because it was so far down the page. And I only have 200 and some people on my team, let alone the thousands of people, that other teams have. So that was a simple system that I put in place for more effective team communication. We also use a system called Trello, and I noticed Megan, when she posted the other day, she uses Trello for her assistant. Do you also use it for your team, Megan? So I also use it for my team. Trello is free, and it's a board system. So here, I'll show you. My 852 tags or boards that I have open right now. Hold on, let me pull up Trello. So Trello is a board system. I can use it for my integrative nutrition school, my brain dump, my Beachbody Biz, my assistance board, and then down here you'll see I have my team is team devoted, my team devoted board. My calendar is not up to date on here because we're switching some things, but we keep all of our recorded calls on this board. We keep our upcoming events. We keep what's important for the week. As you can see, my assistant's in the process of updating all this for June. We keep our suggested power hour, which is what was included in that checklist that I posted on the Mastermind page the other day for you guys. We keep our Google Drive info, our Zoom info, our challenge forum applications. And so what we do is we keep this clean, and every team member that joins the team gets a Trello ID. They give it to us. We add them to the board, and they can pretty much go here and find most of the things that they need for our team. And when I started using this, it took a lot of stuff off of Facebook, and it took it over to Trello and Google Drive, and it really gave my team much more organization to where they didn't feel like they were being overwhelmed. So that's Trello. Does anybody have any questions about that before I move on? As you can see, I also use it for my assistant. And so she puts, just in case you guys hire an assistant or in case you're thinking about it, she logs her time in here. She has what she's done. She has her to-dos, what she's currently doing. She's waiting for, she calls me ma'am because she's in the Philippines, ma'am Chrissy. Waiting for ma'am Chrissy's response. So she has a lot of my stuff in here in this board, and it's just a great way to keep my assistant organized as well. So team page and then Trello. The other system that I use, of course, is Google Drive. And I showed this to Kevin when we first started talking. And this is where the mass amount of training and information is that I've been given by other coaches, that I've developed, that my coaches have developed. And so what I do is I have it on my drive, and I have a folder for my team. And I have everything here from hundreds of before and afters to their exact steps to getting their coaches started right in order. Things about personal development and Shakeology. I was showing Kevin this. I have tons of scripts. Ridiculous amounts of scripts for them. So for someone to come to me and say, I need help with objections. No, I'm sorry. I'll talk you through something, but here's 100 different scenarios for you. If you can come to me and say, okay, I've sent this and now I'm having a problem, then okay, that's fine. But I have so many scripts and things for them to go through that they should be able to, once they're trained, utilize these files. I have free group and challenge group templates. We have, I don't even know how many are in here. 50, 60, I don't know, 20, 30, I don't know. Opportunity event, scripts, etc. So as you can see, pretty much everything for my team is on this particular drive. And I update it, I change it, I add to it, and sometimes I subtract it from it, depending on what I'm finding. But then, of course, I have my own Google Drive that has my own stuff in it as well. And so that's how I keep myself organized. the other system that I use for my team is I have, right now, I just found out that I could do this for free on my new website. So I have this on Kajabi right now. But I have my team's training. I'll show you. Nope, products. So I have Devoted to the Basics on here. All of their basics training from days 1 to 28 are on this Kajabi file, and they can literally, so any new coach, I send them a link to our Kajabi training, and they can go in. Let's just say they're on day 2. Why is it not showing me? I want to show you actually how it looks and not dashboard. Girls, not with the piano right now. Sorry, guys. I swear. I'm trying to get back to where this is. It's funny because I have you on Zoom. I can't see in here. Here we go. So what they have is they come in, they get to see this is Devoted to the Basics, all about the basics of coaching. They click on this, and their full Devoted day 1 training is here. They can go to next. Mark is complete. Their day 2 is here, and so on and so forth. So there's 28 different days of new coach training. We also have this set up for a push to Emerald as well. I don't have a diamond training in there yet. So these are some of the basic systems that I have for my entire team. So you have your team page, your team calls, Trello to keep us organized, this automated coach training to keep the new coach training organized, and my Google Drive, which has every single document known to man that gives them tools under this particular system. Kevin, did I miss anything from the stuff that I showed you that day?
No, and I think this last part is the part that impresses me the most, because instead of having to get lost on Facebook or anything like that, there's this specific, I don't even know what's called, Kajabi, where they can, that's dedicated to someone who's brand new, devoted to the basics, like you said. And this is such a, if I were brand new in the business, this is where I would be focusing on right here, because it's so specific, it's so well thought out. And there's no question as to what I'm supposed to do every single day, rather than having this Facebook thing get lost in my feed and I'm not exactly sure what's happening. This is a great place to go. Are they allowed to give feedback on this or ask questions, or if they're stuck on day 3 and they don't know what to do, how do they get a hold of you? Yeah, so there's a comment section down here, and of course some of them would have more comments than other, because some of them are pretty simple, some of them aren't. You know, their why, obviously, if they don't know that. but yeah, so they can they add a comment, and then we just, my leaders and I are constant going in here and checking. Especially when we know we have a lot of people in there, but we're going in constantly and checking to make sure. And if they really wanted to, they obviously could either shoot us a message on Facebook or respond on the team page if they thought it would be something. But yeah, there's ways that you can comment on here. And it's a great system. And it does make it, we wanted to get off of Facebook because we were finding that Facebook did not, it just distracted everybody, especially in the beginning. So this was a great way to take it off of Facebook and bring it over to Kajabi. And so that's, that's what, and I have it, broken down into like 3 different parts. So, and if you'll notice, it's really like the basis for getting your business started, then, actually enrolling customers and what to do with that, and going into Success Club and things like that. And then like building your own team is like the part of part 3. The great thing about this particular program is that you could have multiple products in here. And that's why I chose to use it. But like I said, I did find that I could actually host this almost in the same format on my website for free. So I may be moving it over there.
but yeah, that was my goal, to get as much stuff. And that's why we moved to Trello too. Like, get off of Facebook. Like, it really helps focus our energy elsewhere than being stuck on Facebook.
Cool. All right, guys, time to
stop sharing.
Ask questions. And if there aren't any questions, then let's start sharing ideas of what you're doing to create a better system, better organization for somebody who's brand new into the business, how to get them started on the right foot without overwhelming them, and all that kind of good kind of stuff. So, Jason, how about you? What do you got?
I use Google Drive too, but I also do have my own website. It's called Team Fearless Dreamers Training, and it's just like what your Kajabi looks like. It has the new coaches training, but then it also has all my documents in there for my coaches to go to. So if they wanted a free clean 5-day clean eating, or a 7-day, or a workout one, I have all my documents there so that my coaches know now to go there. It's easier to find it there than it is on Facebook, because like she said, the file section in my team page is just a lot of stuff now. So it's hard to find it. Plus it has all my team recordings from whenever I started team recordings years back. So yeah, that's what I use.
Okay. And maybe this is a question for everybody, but for Christine and Jason, do you feel like like a new coach would know what to do? I mean, do you check in with them every day when it comes to these things? Do they have an accountability factor, or is this kind of a self-paced program for these new hire?
It's self-paced. I know that like my go-getters, they go and do it right away. I still feel like sometimes running a Coach Basics group on Facebook helps keep the coaches accountable, because you can tag them in it. But also doing a Facebook Messenger group and checking in with the brand new coaches also helps if you're doing it through the website. But it varies, I think, month to month, depending on what type of coaches you get, and if you have the ones that are willing to run and go and don't need someone to hold their hand. But if they do, I feel like Facebook is better for it.
Yeah, I agree, Jason. I think so. My team is in a little bit of a recruiting slump, and so we haven't ran a Facebook group. We've just had people going through the automated system. But we're going to get out of our recruiting slump. So when we do have a big group starting at one time, I like the camaraderie, but I still like the fact that they have to go do the work off of Facebook. Like, they have to go look at Kajabi and make sure they go through it, and and then we could just pull them together with the camaraderie in the Facebook group.
I like that a lot. Jennifer, what about you? What questions or ideas that you have in regards to this?
So I need to get more organized, to be honest with you. I struggle with this a lot because I work a corporate job full-time and travel a ton, and the majority of my team is also working full-time. So anytime I have a coach sign up that wants to work the business, I'm doing one-on-one calls with them. Sometimes they're, every other day, because I do it when I hate to say it works for me as far as travel and driving. And I also like to customize, because I find some people have a lot more confidence in posting on Facebook and reaching out in a certain way than others. So especially if it's someone I don't know that well, I like to talk and get to know them first to see where their comfort level is, because I found that when I throw them into Coach Basics and here's what you should do, I don't disagree they're what you should do, but then you've got those people that are nervous or they don't do well in that environment. So I am probably spending way too much time on people. I don't mean that I'm spending too much time on them, but I'm spending a lot of one-on-one time rather than having formal systems that I try and make work for everybody, because I found that they don't work for me. That's just personal, but it's worked so far. Again, I'm spending a lot of time on the phone and, doing personal messages, pep rallying people. But I do have, like, I know this is ridiculous, but when it comes to like coach sign up things that are kind of standard, I keep them, don't laugh, you're all going to probably laugh at me, keep them in the notes section of my phone. So I just copy and paste the message that is a standard message that I send. And I have shared that with my coaches. I have a working coaches page, and I share that in there so that they can use the same thing. They just change their screen name or whatever. So I feel like there's a couple documents that I can use as kind of general, but then I do spend a lot of time, and I suggest with my team at the same time, also spending a lot of time in getting to know their coaches, because I found that this has really worked for me as far as growing certain coaches, because they definitely grow differently in how they react to certain training.
Does that kind of make sense?
Totally agree. Totally agree. You know, it's the same. It's like raising kids. You raise the kids the same way. They all turn out different. I mean, that's just, you can't parent them everybody the same. And so, yeah, I really like having those different options available for the go-getters. Look, here you go. See you later. And they're off and going. And those are the people that we don't need to worry about. But there are people who need who are either new to technology, they're new to posting for the first time. They need that extra push. And this kind of goes back to maybe the first conversation we had here of that fine line of helping them succeed versus doing it for them.
I struggle with that a lot.
And what I'm realizing, and everybody here has shared it, and Megan, I'll get you here in just a little bit, but is the systems we need to have our business in place. There needs to be systems in place. If there's not systems, then we're just running around with our head cut off, and it's taking too much of our time. And as Chrissy said, like you have questions, here, go here first. It's kind of like when we have questions about Beachbody, here's the FAQ number, and go to study it. And if you have any questions, come on back and we'll chat. And that needs to be there, but there also needs to be that relationship side of things where it's making sure that they feel like they're needed, they're wanted, they're loved, they're appreciated, all those good things. And here are some things that can help you along the way that can help build your business. But we're a people company. We're not a plus B equals C company. We are a relationship company, and there's just no right answer for every single person. And that's why it's so important to have multiple systems in place for multiple learning styles. For some people, give me a YouTube link and I'll watch it, and I understand so much more watching something. For somebody else, it's when you read it. For somebody else, it's show me. It's or I'll listen to it, or whatever it may be. There's many different learning styles, and so we need to make sure that we all have systems in place in regards to their best learning styles. So I looks like Megan may have stepped out. I was going to get her opinion. Oh, there she goes. on systems that are in place. But did anybody else have questions or thoughts that have worked in the past? No. Megan, maybe we'll turn a little bit over to you as far as your systems go. What has worked best for you, and or maybe something that hasn't worked and you have questions about?
So what I do, and I feel like is working for me right now, is I have a coach welcome letter. And in the letter, it goes over. Okay. Good. I won't hold you like. I'm on the phone. Can you just chill out for a second? Okay. So in that letter, there's a series of like short videos. And the first one is like navigating the Coach Online office, like your EFT. The second one is like very basic about Success Club. The second one is very basic about going Emerald. And the third one is about the 3 vital behaviors. And then there's one more. Oh, like the challenge groups that I always have running, because I don't close my challenge groups. I like keep them open, but because I run my groups a little bit differently. But so that video goes over everything. It goes over like the recurring Shakeology order, the team page, the club membership, like all that stuff. And so when a new coach signs up and I see them in the Coach Online office, I send them that and I say, once you've watched all these videos and gotten through this letter, shoot me a message. We'll do your getting started right call. If they never shoot me the message, like I might send them like 1 or 2 messages, but like I don't get on the phone with them. Like if they're not willing to watch those first handful of videos, like, I'm not willing to do it for you. I'm not going to run your business for you. Like, you have to at least watch this stuff for me to like meet me halfway. So I do that. And then
do you mind sharing that, Megan?
Sure. Yeah, I'll put it in.
I would love to see that because I think that would help me a lot because I'm spending a lot of time on the phone with people that aren't even looking at training.
Who are not serious about actually working the business. You'll be able to tell from day one. Like, the people who go Emerald, like, so I started doing that this year. Everyone who's watched that video is at least an Emerald coach. And then there's people who have watched that video that have like since quit. So it's really helped me get clear on like who to work with and who not to right from the door. So when you do that, I do the GSR. And then after the GSR, and basically on my GSR, I just go down the business activity tracker and that's it. And we talk about like their why. And once that's done, in my team page, I have a link to, she uses Kajabi, I use MailChimp, it's very similar. So it's an auto delivery of my coach basics. And when I notice that my team has signed like extra coaches, like more coaches than normal, or like my coach recruiting, like it's really good. Like on a bad month, I do like 5, on a good month, I do 10. So if it's one of the months where I get like 10, I'll go to the team page and be like, hey guys, I think it's Coach Basics time. We've added a lot of new team members. What do you think? And if I get good feedback, then I take that template that I have and basically just drop it in a Facebook group. But I don't run the Facebook group if I don't think there's going to be good participation. I'm not doing it if the team only added 4 coaches.
Megan, I think that's so awesome. I think it's so true. Yeah, when I explained my Kajabi system, I didn't say, I don't do a welcome email with videos, but I do a welcome email that then they have 2 Google forms to fill out. Go wash them off, please. Why did your hands get soapy? Oh boy. I do 2 Google forms that they have to fill out, and I have to get all this information back before I'll ever set up a call with them. So I agree with you. I think there has to be some sort of stipulation before they get your time, even as a brand new coach.
Well, and in the beginning, when I was first working, it was like, I was just happy to have coaches, and I
right.
They sold something, and now I'm like, I don't recruit that way, so I don't want to attract that anymore. Like, I want to recruit business builders. Like, in my recruiting post, I say, I will help you learn how to create a 6-figure income. I will help you learn how to run a home business. Like, not I will do it for you.
Yeah. Megan, can I ask you, because you have such great recruiting numbers, your number one way to finding new coaches right now? Because I'm trying to do a big recruiting push with my team and my leaders the next couple months.
In the past, it was always my challenge groups.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so when I went through, like there was a time where I probably had like 50 coaches, and I went through and pretty much all of them started in a challenge group.
Mm-hmm.
But now people are coming to me more for the business building because they're seeing like the success. So I'm in like a weird transition right now. Like last month, I didn't do very well. I only hit Success Club 7, which is kind of low for me. And every single one of them was a coach, and it's not even enough to like sustain a challenge group. So I'm like, crap, I need to get these guys going.
Mm-hmm.
A good success story. Like, I need to make sure that they know what a good challenge group is, but they're in it more for the business than they are for the physical transformation. So now I'm like, crap, what do I do with these coaches to make sure?
Yeah.
Like, because Beachbody is all about that good transformation story. So I need
right.
to
And are you still mostly building your business through Facebook?
And Instagram.
And Instagram. Yeah.
I move people over from Instagram. I do as little as possible. Like on Instagram, my sole focus is to move the conversation to Facebook.
Yeah, ditto.
I hate typing on Instagram.
It's so annoying.
Doing it, but I don't enjoy it, so I do just the bare minimum on there.
Anybody else have any other good ways they're growing right now? I mean, I can share with you that I've run, and I'm going to do my Facebook ad training for you guys, Facebook like page and ad training. I just couldn't get it together in time for today. So I'll do that in my next session. But that's my main, one of my main ways right now is through Facebook ads and through my like page is I'm gaining some traction, but it's still not converting quickly like I would like it to. So I'm struggling right now, but I am getting traction. So I'll look forward to sharing with you guys how. But
I don't have any trouble, I feel like I can, I don't have trouble hitting my numbers each month, but I am professional at signing discount coaches and a disaster at finding working coaches. I don't know. So I definitely I don't offer any other way to sign up other than being a coach. So people just sign up as a coach. So
well, that's why you're great at doing discount coaching then. And I've talked to several coaches about this. There's two methods of training or thinking. Some people only sign up people as coaches, period, no matter whether they sign up as a challenge group or not. I have never done that, and I've always had more business builders and hardly any discount coaches. So like I only have 5 coaches inactive on my team right now because they're all either somewhat working the business, playing around, or they're good, just active coaches that will always stay active due to Shakeology. And so, but I don't think there's anything wrong. You just always are going to have to recruit more and more to find your business builders. At least that's what I get from talking to other coaches. Do you guys agree with that, Kevin, from a corporate standpoint? Like there's 2 ways you can look at it.
I have a coach on my team. She's a diamond coach. She has a shitload of coaches.
Yeah.
But she falls in and out of diamond rank because a lot of them go inactive. And I get more coach cancellations from her than I do any other coach.
That's like my coach right now. In fact, she's an emerald right now because she just fell out of diamond again because of the same thing.
For me, I will work with anyone. I will work with people who want to switch over to me. I will work with people for free. I will work with people that ordered on Amazon. Like, I will work with people who don't order Shakeology. Like, I will work with anyone and everyone. Like, I don't tell anybody now.
Because you never know what might come out of it.
Yep.
Some of my best business builders did free challenges from me and Shakeology samples from me for almost a year. And now they're like some of the best coaches I have, like my new, like up and coming.
Well, guys, golly, this conversation, just getting to the thick of it. I love where we're headed, but we are going to run out of time. Let's continue this online, guys. Let's continue this on Facebook. I feel like the brain's going. So I want you guys to take time today, sit down, kind of figure out where you want this to go with your business. And I want you guys to go to our Facebook page, post on there what you want to do this week, and I'll follow up with you. Great call, Chrissy. Thanks for stepping up. Great conversation, everybody. This is exactly what I want to happen with a mastermind call. This is how it should go. Let's stretch each other. Let's make each other better. Great job. We will see you next week. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody.